Hey, what's up, everybody? Man, we are on a little bit of a streak. We're doing really good right now. A little bit of a story time. I messed up yesterday. I messed up big time. So yesterday, I ended up only doing a 3-slip yesterday. I felt much more confident in the 3-slip than I did in the 5-slip. Not that I didn't like my 5-slip picks, because the only one I ended up missing would have been Durant. I just didn't like. I wanted to go all in on a 3-slip instead of more so spreading it out on a 5-slip because I knew today was going to be Wednesday, and obviously the most games are played on Wednesday most of the time. So I pinned it down in the pinned comments. I put it on Instagram, Twitter, Discord. I switched out Durant for McCollum's PRA. Here's the crazy thing. I accidentally hit McCollum's under on PRA, and then I did over on Xavier Johnson's assist and over on Tyler Hero's points. Accidentally went under on McCollum's PRA. Crazy thing, it worked out. McCollum ended up going under. He got 35 because it was a close game for most of that game, and then right there in the fourth quarter, they got blitzed by the Suns, and then they were out of it in a hurry. So this 3-slip ended up hitting yesterday on accident. Make sure you guys check pinned comments before the game. I will never post my slips like when I post this video. So like when I post this video at like 1 o'clock, I'm not making my slip then. I'm gonna make my slip at about 5:30, about 5-ish when the games are about to start, when we know what lineups are going to get changed, injuries, COVID, stuff like that. All that most of the time that stuff gets figured out by about 5 o'clock Central Time, about an hour before the first game. So if you guys do place the slips like right when I make these videos, most of the time, sometimes they do change, sometimes they don't. But just gonna throw that out there. So this ended up being on my only 3 picks yesterday. So clean sweep in a way, on accident, because I ended up not doing the 5-slip. Overall, our picks did do really well yesterday. Both of our college basketball picks did hit. Xavier Johnson only had 1 assist at halftime. And Indiana was shooting 32%. And I was like, oh my gosh, I hate college basketball. And then Xavier Johnson clutches up big time, has 6 second-half assists, and he ends up slapping his line. Tyler Hero almost hit his line at halftime. He had 20 at half. Race Thompson gets 7 rebounds, so he pushes, but he gets in foul trouble and doesn't end up playing the rest of that game. Jaren Jackson Jr. got 19. He got it right at the end right there before they took out all the starters in that big blowout. C.J. McCollum didn't end up going over on his points or his PRA, but because I accidentally chose under on PRA, we'll kind of do like half a point on that. Kevin Durant ends up getting the old Kyrie Irving treatment, and I can't pick one of those guys on the day that they decide to be good. The Brooklyn Nets between Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are kind of turning into Tatum and Brown, how I had at the beginning of the year, where I didn't like to really mess with those guys because I didn't know which guy was going to go off which day. So, yeah, might end up staying away from Durant and Irving for a while, but we'll see how it goes. Let's get into today's picks, boys. Okay, exciting news I'm about to announce. I'm going to be doing my first ever channel giveaway. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Yes, sir. I'm excited to finally get into doing some giveaways. This isn't anything major. Once we get moved down and settled in everything, giveaways will be bigger in the future. But I'm going to be giving away this custom Underdog Fantasy hat right here. Nothing major, like I said, but I think it'd be pretty cool if one of you guys wanted to get this hat right here. Not too many people obviously have this hat, so it'd be cool if you were one of those people. So here's how it's gonna work. If and when we get to 2,000 subs, head over to Instagram, head over to the Take My Shot Instagram, like the post, comment hat in the comment sections, tag one person in that comment as well, and obviously you have to be following. Once you do that, you get one entry into the hat per se, right? And then if you're new to Underdog, send me a screenshot on Instagram of you using the Take My Shot code on sign up and deposit, and you'll actually get yourself 3 entries. So if you send me a screenshot and your name's Joe Schmo gets his name in the hat 3 times. Joe Schmo, Joe Schmo, Joe Schmo. If he shows me a screenshot of him signing up new to Underdog, everybody else, if you do the comment hat and you tag one person you're following me, you'll get that one. You'll get your name, Samantha Smith will get their name dropped into the hat. So, figurative hat, not literally going to drop into a hat, but, so that's how you're going to be able to win this custom Underdog Fantasy hat. So if you guys definitely want some little bit of Underdog swag, who doesn't like Underdog swag? I got my new Underdog swag shirt yesterday. So if you guys want to join that, little giveaway, that would be cool. First time I'm going to be doing something like this. In the future, it'll be much bigger, but first ever giveaway at 2,000 subs. Let's get it. All right, boys, time for the lock of the day. Let's get it. I was this close to making the lock of the day and under, but there's no fun in that. So I'm going to make the lock of the day and over. Going to be coming from the San Antonio Spurs versus OKC game. It's going to be a big man. We've already made him the lock of the day once this year. First time I'm ever doing a lock of the day 2 times before. I'd like to have some diversity. And he failed us last time. So this is his redemption run. Give me Jakob Poeltl over 25.5 PRA. They have played each other 3 times this year. This will be their 4th matchup in the year. Obviously, we saw what Steven Adams did to them. Rebounding did to the OKC Thunder versus rebound. We saw what Jonas Valanciunas did to them. We saw what Bobby Portis did to them. I anticipate Jakob Poeltl to once again dominate. Last time in their last matchup, Jakob Poeltl had an insane game. He had 20 and 17 for 37 points and rebounds. Also managed to keep that game close. Only in one of their matchups was it a blowout this year. Their other 2 matchups were very close games. Also, Jakob Poeltl's points and rebounds line is set at 25.5. In his last 2 matchups where he's played the Thunder, he's averaging 28 points and rebounds. He's sitting at 16 points and 12 rebounds. If they do just give him a straight rebound line, I would think about it, but it's my lock of the day. Jakob Poeltl, 25.5 points and rebounds versus the Thunder. All right, guys. Amongst my mistake yesterday of going under on CJ McCollum, I kind of learned a lot yesterday. I'm going to start looking at things just a little bit different than I have been. So tonight, give me an under on Evan Mobley's 9.5 rebounds. Tonight he takes on Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid does not give up a lot of rebounds to not even elite centers. He doesn't give up a lot of rebounds to centers that are guarding him. Jokic did the best that anyone's done this year against him. But Evan Mobley is no Nikola Jokic. So his rebounds is set at 10. I think that is a lot of rebounds for Evan Mobley to get against Nikola Jokic. Ivica Zubac ate him up the other day, so I'm expecting the same thing from Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is 280 pounds of straight-up man muscle. Evan Mobley is a little bit of a stickly 215. So Embiid literally almost has 100 pounds on him. Evan Mobley, though, has taken on the 76ers twice this season. Both times he's playing power forward, though, not playing center. He got 5 rebounds in one of those matchups and 8 rebounds in the second matchup. Jarrett Allen, when guarding Evan Mobley. So when he was playing center, when a Cavs player was playing center against Embiid, only 5 rebounds, only 7 rebounds. Embiid, also, we talked about it just the other day when we took the under on Andre Drummond just the other day. He was set at 10 rebounds as well. Tristan Thompson had 9 rebounds. Jarrett Allen had 7 rebounds. Mitchell Robinson, 7 rebounds, 4 rebounds. Karl-Anthony Towns only managed to get 7 rebounds. If those good rebounding centers, great rebounding centers, couldn't get 10 rebounds versus Embiid, I don't think Evan Mobley's going to. Evan Mobley's still rookie. He's still learning. He's still young. I think Embiid is going to cook him up. He's going to get him in foul trouble. He's going to be out of the game early. Under 9.5 rebounds for for Evan Mobley. I love this line. Next up, give me an under on Nicholas Batum's 8.5 points. Nicholas Batum, obviously not a huge dynamic scoring threat as he once was with the Blazers. Doesn't take too many shots in games either. Only averages about 25 minutes per game as well. So I love to see that because we're going to go under on his 8.5 points. He has only hit this 8.5 points 2 out of 10 games. Tonight they take on Toronto. Toronto is one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. He'll be primarily matched up with Scotty Barnes or Pascal Siakam through the course of this game. Both really good defenders in their own right. So I don't see him getting off any free shots, any easy shots. If there are shots he's going to get off, he's going to maybe get off 1 or 2 threes tonight. That doesn't equal 9 points to me. So the total for this game is only set at 215 as well. So they don't anticipate a whole lot of points to be scored. In a perfect world, it's like a 110 to 105 matchup, like a 107 to 108 matchup. And I'm thinking for the Clippers, it's primarily going to be Reggie Jackson and Marcus Morris. So I'm not too worried about Nicholas Batum getting up too many shots tonight, especially against Toronto. So I like the under for 8.5 points for Nicholas Batum tonight. All right, I'm going to throw this one into the ring here. Kevin Huerter over 12.5 points. Now, Kevin Huerter's hit this. I know it's not Huerter. I just like to say it like that because that's how I thought it was pronounced when I first. I know it's Herter, but so he's hit his points line 6 of his last 10 games and 4 straight, taking well over 10 shots per game. His minutes has also increased dramatically as well. He's averaging about 29 minutes per game on the season, but the last couple of games he's been sitting up around that 35 to 36 minutes per game range. So you'd love to see that. Here's the thing, though. If the Hawks run with the starting lineup of Hunter with Trae Young at the 1, Huerter at the 2, Danilo at the 4, Hunter at the 5, and Capella at the 6, I like this line a lot because I want him to play at the 2 because he'll then be matched up with Terry Rozier, and Terry Rozier is 6'1", and Kevin Huerter is 6'7". So big mismatch there. If they do the lineup they did just this last game, where they put DeLon right at the 2 and they put Kevin Huerter at the 3, I don't like it as much because then he's on Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges is a lot better defender than Terry Rozier is, and I don't like this line. So keep an eye out on the starting lineups for this game. If DeLon Wright starts, I don't like this line. If Danilo Gallinari starts, I do like this line. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'm just going to throw that one out there because that one has been one that's kind of caught my eye a little bit. All right, let's get into some college basketball picks. I don't love doing college basketball because it's just so inconsistent. But there's one player I like here that is consistent. I'll give you guys about one or two of these a day throughout the March Madness run here. There is a player in the in the college basketball world that is consistent, plays very well, fourth best scorer in the nation. Give me Keegan Murray of Iowa. Tonight they take on Richmond. Richmond, looking down their schedule, looking at how they've played this year, couldn't really stop elite scorers this year, and Keegan Murray is one of the best in the country, if not the best scorer in the country. Also in tournament play, Keegan Murray been killing it. In the Big Ten quarterfinal, 26, Big Ten semifinal, 26, and then the Big Ten final, 32. So he's crushed his line in all those games. His line is set at 23.5. So I like Keegan Murray versus Richmond here. I don't think they have anybody that can guard him. Again, I could be completely wrong, but looking through Richmond's schedule, looking at who they've played, they really couldn't stop the opposing team's number one guy as far as scoring the basketball. So I do like it. I do like the chances of him being able to get mad buckets versus his team. Also just looking down at Keegan's history through the entirety of the season. I mean, he's crushed this line many times. Only really, it looks like Purdue has really been the only people that have been able to stop him. A couple of bigger name schools have been the only people that have been able to stop him. But I don't expect a smaller school like Richmond to be able to hold him down. So I like Keegan Murray over 23.5 points today. Next up, a line I am really loving. Give me Nikola Jokic over 12.0 rebounds. This one is a steal. Nikola Jokic, obviously one of the best rebounds. I think he's like second statistically best rebounder in the NBA. Today they're taking on Washington. Washington really doesn't have a presence inside. The addition of Kristaps Porzingis helps a lot, but he only on a minutes restriction. In their last matchup between the Wizards and the Nuggets, it was a close affair, 107 to 113. Nikola Jokic with very similar rosters minus Kristaps Porzingis. Nikola Jokic managed to grab 19 rebounds. 17 defensive, 2 offensive, 19 total rebounds for Nikola Jokic in their last matchup. Not quite sure why this line is so low. They've been putting him up around 13, 14 rebounds. Don't know why they put him at 12.5 today. The point spread in this one is only 6 points. That's still enough in my range to keep this or to look at this game. Also a 229 total, so they expect it to be a little bit higher scoring. But I still like Nikola Jokic over 12.5 rebounds. This one's a steal for me. All right, I'm gonna fall to it. A lot of people are going after this Trae Young points line. I know a lot of people have been texting me about it as well. Trae Young over 29.5 points. Back-to-back 40-point games, 46-47 against a Portland defense, which is bad at the perimeter, and an Indiana defense, which without Brogdon is a little bit worse on the perimeter. Tonight they take on Charlotte, who gives up a lot of points to opposing team starting point guards. The point total for this one is set at 240, so they anticipate this game to just be a whole lot of buckets. And actually, the Hornets are the favorites in this one, statistically on the sports book. So they anticipate this one to be a close one, a high-scoring one. And who's probably going to be leading the charge offensively? It's going to be Trae Young for the Hawks. So over 29.5 points for Trae Young tonight. I'm going to follow the wagon on this one, and I'm going to go with it over on 29.5 points for Trae Young. Couple of quick lines I just want to throw at you guys. Drew Eubanks has been kind of killing his line lately. Former San Antonio Spurs big man has been crushing his points and rebounds line. That wouldn't be a bad one tonight versus the New York Knicks. As well as Kristaps Porzingis' rebounds line. He's averaging 7 rebounds per game in his 4 games with the Wizards. His minutes is steadily increasing. They have him on a minutes restriction. What they do with him is they play him the first 5 to 6 minutes of each quarter. So that's just he plays an even 25 by the end of the night. And then if it's a close game and he's going at the end of the fourth quarter, they send him back in. Tonight he takes on Denver, which outside of Jokic, there's not really much rebounding on that team, Aaron Gordon and stuff, but he's going to be the biggest guy on the floor. So I like 6.5 rebounds for Kristaps Porzingis. Just a couple of those lines I want to throw at you guys. Garland over 8.5 assists. He had 19 assists in their last matchup. Philadelphia does kind of struggle to give up assists to guards, and Garland has just been dishing and diming the rock like crazy since the All-Star break. So that 8.5, even with Karis LeVert on the floor, that 8.5 assist for Garland seems like a little bit of a steal for me. As well as DeAndre Hunter. I know that's basically all 3 of the Hawks as guards / forwards. But he's been playing really well as well. He's been going well over his point line. Just a couple of other lines I wanted to throw at you guys. DeAndre Ayton, if the Rockets can keep that game close, DeAndre Ayton should eat up the Rockets. I'm just scared that one's not going to be close. But sometimes people ask me to throw out a couple more extra lines. So I will do that for you do that for you guys there. One more. Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson in the 2 matchups with the OKC Thunder has got 22 points in both those matchups. His line is set at 18.5. As long as this game doesn't turn to a blowout, because the one game where it was a blowout with the Spurs and Thunder, he only had 13 points, only played 23 minutes. So if that game can stay close, Keldon Johnson could have another monster game tonight. All right, let's get into it. Perfect 3-slip, perfect 5-slip. Let's get it. So for the perfect 3-slip, I am going to go our lock of the day, Jakob Poeltl over 25.5 points and rebounds. I feel like that one is the easy lock. Not even gonna sweat that one. Evan Mobley under 9.5 rebounds. Yes, the over king is gonna put an under in his slip. Like I said yesterday, I kind of learned a lot. So under 9.5 rebounds for Evan Mobley. Don't see him getting against Joel Embiid tonight. He is questionable though. So if Joel Embiid doesn't end up playing, then in comes DeAndre Jordan. Things do get a little bit different. I might end up switching that by the end of the day if Joel Embiid doesn't play, but it's his birthday. I'm sure he'll play tonight. Nikola Jokic over 12.5 rebounds will round out our perfect 3-slip with Jakob, Nikola Jokic, and Evan Mobley. All right, and then our perfect 5-slip will always be the 3-slip. Give me Mobley, Jakob, and Nikola Jokic, as well as add Nicholas Batum under on that 8.5 points. Like I said, only hit two of his last 10 times. Toronto, elite defensively, only a 215 total in that one. I like Nicholas Batum's chances to go under, and we're gonna add Trae Young. We're gonna do it. I got into looking into it a little bit more. They did just give up that monster game to Kyrie Irving. They do kind of, even Shea just had like a 30-point game against him just the other day. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go over on Trae Young. Sometimes he's really inconsistent, but I'm going to do it. The numbers say to do it, and I'm a numbers guy, so I'm just going to go with the numbers. So our perfect 5-slip will be Evan Mobley under 9.5 rebounds, Nicholas Batum under 8.5 points, Jakob Poeltl over 25.5 points and rebounds, Nikola Jokic under 12.5 or over 12.5 rebounds, and Trae Young over 29.5 points. Do remember that Keegan Murray line as well. Today's just Wednesday. It's Wob Nez Day. It's the big day in the NBA, so I just didn't look into March Madness as I wanted to. Also, the first round, going to be a lot of blowouts, a lot of nasty stuff in the first round, so I'll stay away from that. I just gave you that Keegan Murray one, but that's my perfect 5-slip for today. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Feeling really good about these picks. Wednesdays always have some super solid picks because they play the most games on Wednesday, and I'm loving this line right now. I'm going to go get some money tonight, that's for sure. So if you guys want to tail, go for it. If you guys like just a few, take them and pull them out. Also, don't forget we got this hat giveaway. If you guys want this cool Underdog Fantasy custom hat, do the things I said at the beginning of the video, like and comment today's Lock of the Day post. If you're new to Underdog, send me the screenshot of you using TAKEMYSHOT's code, and you will get 3 entries into that contest. Once we get to 2K, I'll give it a day after that, and then I'll give it out the next after, or I'll announce the winner on the YouTube video the day after we hit 2K, if that makes sense. But let's get this money. Really solid stretch right here. I think we're about like 12-3 right now in our last couple of days. So looking really solid right now. Our locks of the day are hitting like crazy. Catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.